back, everybody. February is, of course, Black History Month, and today we're going to learn in an unexpected way through beer.
Here to celebrate some Black history, highlighted by Canadian breweries, is drink expert, the one and only Ren Navarro. Welcome back to
Thank you, thank you.
We adore you, and we learn so much every single time you're on.
It's so great to be back. I'm so excited.
Now, before we start sipping, can you tell us a little bit about representation in the beer industry? I'd like to be wrong, but I imagine there isn't a heck of a lot of diversity?
It's getting better, but the Canadian industry, we don't track it the way that the Americans do. So we're here. It's about anecdotes and stories and experiences, where in the States, they're actually trying to pay attention. Okay. So in the States, when they do take numbers, it's less than a 1% of all breweries are owned by Black folks.
Okay. Now, all the beer that you brought for us today is highlighting Black history. Let's get to the first one. What is the story behind Lantern Ale?
Yeah, so this is Royal City, which is based out of Guelph. They did a collaboration with the Guelph Black Heritage Society. And so they are actually, so the society is in a church, old church from 1880s. And they are, trying to make all these different changes within the province. And so 1880s, that church, Addie Ailstock was the first minister there, and she is important because she was the first Black woman ordained as a minister in Canada.
Holy smokes.
And so the whole significance of the lantern is that during the time of the Underground Railroad, you would put the lantern in your window to tell people that it was part of the safe passage.
So excited to taste, and it looks like it would be, it looks light and refreshing.
Yeah.
So does the taste match the look?
Yeah, definitely. So golden ale,
Oh, that's lovely.
right? So 5%, nice and crisp. This is the perfect, summer crusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
It's really nice. I mean, I want it to be July when I'm
Yes.
drinking this, but yeah, it's really, really light.
Would you be mad at me if I put a lemon in it?
I would not be mad at you for that.
Great. I'm not saying I'm going to, but next we're trying a beer called Almost Home. So what is the significance of this one?
So Almost Home is from Dominion City Brewing, which is in Ottawa. They did this with Jackie Conbit, which is a Black group that is also trying to move things forward. And so Almost Home is the story of being almost home. So obviously Black folks were enslaved and brought into different parts of the country. So they were taken, this is kind of highlighting those who were taken from Jamaica and transported to Nova Scotia.
Oh,
and so there is a large Black community in Nova Scotia. Wow. And so this is kind of the highlight of it. This is made with sorrel. So sorrel is huge in drinks in the Caribbean. So it is a plant. Most will know it as hibiscus.
Oh, okay.
So if you steep
that's the
this,
color.
so that's the color that you're getting.
Oh, okay. It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. This is fruity and
And you get a little bit of a tang at the end.
Yeah.
And that's that sorrel.
This is beautiful. I didn't know what sorrel was.
Yeah.
I think I thought it was a mushroom. Is a sorrel a mushroom?
Is that a sorrel? No, that's a winter boot.
That's the next segment.
a morel is a mushroom.
Yeah. Sorrel's the boot, morel's the mushroom, sorrel.
Okay, back to beer. We're gonna go to a brew called Back to Birchtown.
Yes.
Tell us about this one.
So Back to Birchtown is from Boxing Rock Brewery. They did this with the Change is Brewing Collective, based in Nova Scotia. So back to those stories of Nova Scotian Blacks who were making huge differences and strides. So Birchtown was the first landing and a spot that was absolutely established by them. 1700s. This beer is based on the beer that they would have made at that time.
No way.
So Black loyalists would have been drinking this. They would have had it in a cask.
Yeah.
The great thing about this is that you can age it and kind of feel that, old school world beer.
It's much darker than the ones we've already tasted. So is that going to reflect in the flavor?
Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit more of a warming to it. It's 6.4%.
Wow.
But if you notice, there's some brown sugar notes.
Yeah.
And so again, back to the Caribbean and these notes of the flavors.
That's
Do I taste coffee? Is that weird?
It's not weird at all. There is a little bit of that deepness in there.
I was going to say chocolate, but I think coffee is way more accurate. This is lovely.
Yeah.
I love that
It's like a meal. It goes, I feel
it's like a meal.
Yeah.
It's like, drinks like a meal.
All our next beer, its name makes me want to put on sort of one of Melissa Grello's accents, but I won't.
Okay.
Tell us about Pip Pip Cheerio!
Oh, almost there. So Pip Pip Cheerio is from North Brewing, also in Nova Scotia. This one is really special to me because I got to do the collaboration with them.
No, hey!
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Hey.
That's so
So there's
cool.
Ren DNA in here.
Yeah.
Red DNA, I love
I got
that.
to touch the tank. So I'm from Trinidad. Obviously, my accent totally gives it away. But Trinidad was under British rule up until 1962, when we gained independence. So this is kind of the hat tip to that style. So porters and stouts are really huge in the Caribbean. So again, you're gonna get like that roasty, toasty taste to it. Darker beers give you some of those coffee notes. You were talking about some of the chocolate notes. You're really gonna get it in this.
This is lovely. I like this. This feels like a meal, but like I wouldn't be. It's more like an appetizer. It feels like an appetizer to maybe this one, which would be the meal.
No, seriously, I was hungry before we started, and now I'm not hungry anymore. Like,
Amazing.
okay, so we've come to our final beverage, Wait So Long. What's the story behind Wait So Long?
So Wait So Long is from Little Beasts, which is based in Whitby. And so this, again, is kind of a hat tip to Caribbean beers. So like I mentioned, dark beers are really huge. This is a tropical stout. Not really, yeah, so not really done here. Porters are higher percentage in the islands.
Okay.
So this is kind of that, again, nod. You're gonna get some brown sugar out of it. And it's just a remembrance that there is beer for other people. And so that, you know, again, tropical stouts are huge in the hot countries. So this is their take on it.
Okay, I'm gonna see which one's my favorite out of the three
I
that we've
think I
done.
really like this one. That's lovely.
Oh, this one, I feel like this one's the strongest.
This is
like,
the, This is
yeah.
the steak dinner of
Yeah,
the beers.
so in terms of this, you're gonna get some dark cherry, you know, kind of that tart cherry, dark chocolate, a little bit of coffee, and a little bit of that sweetness again.
A little bit.
So there's a little bit of that brown sugar note that you'll get in a couple of these other ones.
Love it. Ren, we can't thank you enough for sharing these beautiful brews and the stories behind them. Cheers to you.
Thanks
Thank you so
friends.
much.
Thank you.
Hey there! Wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.